So y'all have probably seen the white girl who is trolling all the liberals by identifying as black, as a transracial person. And it is absolutely hilarious the things she said. And now she started a trend where we got all types of people doing this. When black people do things, it just makes it a whole lot funnier. So now we got black people who are conservative, clearly, trolling these liberals by doing the transracial thing. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe, man. Let's get into this.
My name is Felicia Deshay and I am transracial. Ever since I was a little girl, I have always believed that I was stolen from English soil and sold to a family here in America who wanted a baby girl. And I believe that had I been with my rightful family in England, I would not be obese. It's very hard to be transracial because, you know, when I'm around certain people, they think I'm trying to make fun of them, especially when it's like Vietnamese, but I just want to be a part of the culture because I love them, you know? Everybody know that I love the Vietnamese people. I don't even want no trouble or nothing. When it comes to being a Nigerian woman, I'm not going to apologize for the fact that God has created me to be better than most people. It's not my fault. You have to take it up.
This one is accurate. The Nigerian one was so accurate. Oh my gosh, that sounded so Nigerian. That was funny. Wow.
With Jesus. Growing up in a little town called Cleburne, Texas, I just really feel like that's what made me who I am today, you know, because we had the Southern whites and, you know, I love them. They've always loved me and I've always loved them. And I identify as one of them, you know, and then, you know, you got the Mexicans, you know, I barely grew up around them and everything, fool. Like, it's like, you know, I'm like barely a part of the culture, fool. Like, it just is what it is, Holmes. I don't think it's a coincidence that I'm transracial. I don't think it's a coincidence that one of my favorite foods is chicken tikka masala. That is why the Indian comes to tell everybody what is up. When I see people, I tell everybody, what are you talking about? I'm Indian. It is very evident.
You see, that is the exact logic that these people use, that these transgender people use. And I'm sorry, it is mental illness to the fullest extent. And you know what? I think that these therapists and these people who are like doctors and have degrees and stuff that reaffirm this to these transgender people, I think that they should lose their license. Because if you're a doctor and you've actually studied medicine and health and you know common sense like everybody else, you know that these people are just clearly confused and mentally ill. So instead of getting them real help, you just affirm lies that they are thinking. And I think it's for a profit because we're spending US tax dollars on paying for transgender surgeries and things like that. It's crazy. There's so much money in this stuff. And, you know, you got the schools in California not having to tell parents that kids are going transgender. That is outrageous. That is child abuse. Then I've seen videos of parents, these super lunatic left parents who are purposely trying to turn their kids trans.
Your kids are trans as well?
I have a trans child, yes.
Okay.
We knew before they did, so I asked one of my trans friends to come over. Hey, can they just meet you and, you know, see you and ask possibly inappropriate questions because they're 7?
You see, this is deeply, deeply evil. So I know that we're joking and, you know, trolling them and this is funny, but this is actually deeply evil. So I believe making fun of them is not a problem at all. Maybe y'all say it's mean, but it's really not. What's mean is child abuse like these people are doing.
What age do you think most trans kids determine that they're trans?
Violet told us when she was 1.5.
She's been telling them since she was 1.5. Wow. Do you see this? Do you see these things? So let's continue to troll these people. We need to keep doing all the trolling and making fun we can because clearly the legislation and all that, nothing is changing this. This is evil. This is Sodom and Gomorrah.
So I just came across this video of a woman talking about being transracial, and she was very obviously born a white woman and now identifies as black. My question is that discriminating? Because if you were born an Afro-American person, you are likely to face a lot of discrimination and racism from bad people. But isn't being, for example, a trans woman the same concept? Because if you are an assigned female at birth, you are also likely to face a lot of discrimination or just sexism or just being sexualized and all the struggles that come with being a woman. So if an assigned male at birth decides to identify as a woman but doesn't stereotypically look like a woman, that's not seen as discrimination. If that would be seen as discriminating, that would be transphobic, wouldn't it? And if you purposely misgender her because you think it's discriminating, wouldn't that be transphobic? And my question is, isn't that kind of the same concept? And I'm not saying it is discriminating to be transracial, and I'm not saying it isn't discriminating to be transracial. I'm asking for opinions from people who may be more educated on that.
So clearly she thought the video was real, but she doesn't know she's being trolled. But she just proved the point there by saying, well, isn't that the same thing? And you know she agrees with transgenderism and all that. I mean, look at her. I'm just saying. And the things she said. So if that even made sense to her without her realizing it, doesn't that prove a point that these people really know? Most of these people really know. I'm not convinced that people, especially these doctors, guys, these doctors, if there is a doctor out there and they are, oh man, these doctors need to be losing their license and going to prison for the things that they're doing, because they know good and well. Even she just figured it out right there on accident. This is insane. This is the video that started this whole entire thing. Y'all watch this.
Transracial Black women like myself have a more beautiful understanding of Blackness than cisracial Black women. And that's what I want to talk about today, especially because of all the propaganda nowadays telling Black women to hate themselves. Someone that chooses to present as a Black woman every single day, that's incredibly beautiful. One of the most common questions I've been asked is, are you planning on getting any medical procedures to help affirm your transracial identity, like melanin replacement therapy, things like that? And the answer is no. Trans Black women are Black women, regardless of what our bodies look like. I don't need to change my skin color,
Period, queen.
or my hair, or my makeup, or any other physical characteristics to prove to you that I am Black. Saying that I need to pass as Black is actually transrace phobia. It is TERF rhetoric, transracial exclusionary feminism. 1 second. Oh, and by the way, Free Palestine. My Starbucks identifies as Duncan. Inshallah. Shabbat Shalom. All that good stuff. So I do want to educate everyone on what it means to be a Black woman trapped inside a white woman's body, trapped inside an Asian woman's body, which is what I personally am, which means I am both trans Asian and trans Black. Transracial identities are valid. My pronouns, which are currently ni hao, are valid. All identities are valid. So if you are here to actually listen and learn, you can stay. But do not call me white. I do not identify with my race assigned at birth. Transracial Black women.
Very well said there. She is hilarious. She is hilarious. Even with the side comments with the Starbucks and the Free Palestine and all that. She is hilarious. But I think we need more of this. I think we need more of this, guys, because common sense is on the way back. Common sense is on the way back. And this is why the left is losing every election. The left has just gone too far with this stuff, guys. They've gone way too far. They've lost all sense of logic. And it's Sodom and Gomorrah. On a serious note, this is Sodom and Gomorrah. We are seeing it now. So y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gone.